So, Savya, you're building Blitz in a fairly crowded global market with a lot of competition. Can you dive a little bit deeper into how you're looking to differentiate Blitz long term? And if we can talk a little bit about that.
For sure. So the biggest differentiator that we have is our go-to-market strategy, number one. And then, of course, the most that we built on top of that is our tech, our sales cycle, and our team. I can quickly elaborate on every single one of those. We're traditionally logistic companies tend to be B2C. We are deliberately B2B. B2B attracts less volume in the beginning, but we have a lot more stable revenue compared to B2C companies. In B2C, what tends to happen is your volumes are determined by trends and how the market is. In B2B, less. So what we've done is we've signed on big brands in long-term contracts, and that allows us to have more or less stable revenue
Yep.
compared to what B2C would be like. And then we've built our tech mode around that business model, the B2B business model. So our tech stack is also designed to really go well with that business model, which means that if somebody were to try to replicate that from the B2C market, it's not so straightforward. It's not as plug and play as it would be. So in an existing crowded market where B2C companies are plenty, we have deliberately gone the slower but surer route as opposed to
Right.
the faster but a lot more tumultuous route. Because anyways, you're building a company is already tumultuous. You can try to you want to get some predictability in there.
So, what would you say would be your customers' top two or three priorities that sort of Blitz does really well?
So it's actually what's listed over here, right? Number one is SLA. For them, it's basically delivery guarantee. If
Okay.
or in other words, quality. So rather than price, they prefer if I can charge them a lot higher, but I can actually deliver on my promises.
So,
No
you're
pun
the
intended.
most reliable partner.
And you can actually measure this, right? So we call that service level agreement, meaning above your
Right.
traditional average, how much more are you actually achieving that? We claim
Yeah.
99.
Cool. And then number two.
Number two is just actually listening to the customer and being there because our shtick is we are like your internal delivery department. So we're very bespoke to you. So
Yeah.
what that means is that a lot of the times, and we've seen this, even other companies that have a B2B model, the companies tend to be so big that they don't put too much emphasis on their customer, the attention on their customers. Actually goes a long way, I think, regardless of geographies, right? If you build good relationships with your clients,
Yeah.
especially if you're a B2B company, it goes a long way. And I'm sure if you guys are building B2B business, you can attest to this. It's really built on relationships more than it is on anything else. So the second biggest priority is that we're just there for them when they need us, meaning if there's a complaint, it's solved immediately. And it's not about the fact that there's something going wrong. It's just transparency that something's being done. There's
Right.
feedback. Take that feedback and you put it into action. Just that visibility that the customer has sets you far above anybody else that might give you like a boilerplate response.